It's Morbin time. Hey everybody, welcome back to Midnight Suns. We are starting the Morbius playthrough, and we'll be going through his main missions. We'll have some side missions in there, just following his story arc. Thank you to Marvel and 2K for sponsoring the first episode of this series. And without further ado, let's dive into it. This mission's called Weird Science. Spider-Man and Blade team up to find the once esteemed scientist Dr. Michael Morbius. Let's go.
Getting reports from all 5 boroughs. More Hydra troopers with fangs. Talk about making a bad thing worse.
I've tried tracking down what they're up to.
Find anything?
Nothing that can still speak.
I may know somebody who could help.
No offense. This isn't exactly friendly neighborhood stuff. Not sure your contacts will be much help.
He's not that friendly.
Who?
He's also not one of the bad guys.
Who exactly?
A physician of sorts. Look, do you want to figure this out or not?
I'll take that as a yes. Okay, so in terms of decks, Blade, he's got the double strikes. He's got Make Him Bleed ×2. He's got a Hunger, a Reaper, a Daywalker, and a Glaive. Spider-Man's got the double chain strikes, 2 Opportunist, Web Slinger, Spider Sense, 1 Thwip, and an Infernal Spider. And then Morbius, his basic deck is 2 Quick Claws, 2 Claws, 2 Charms, and 2 Shadow Strikes, which we'll get into a little bit more in the mission. We're already set up in the black, so that's cool. We have a Symbiote Bomb, a Neural Enhancer, and an Overdrive Serum. I like it. Let's go. So, Morbius, his best partner by far is Blade. Now, his common cards, I'm not sure how much we're going to see that, but as he develops, he does more things and better things against enemies that are bleeding, so...
Morbius. Blade.
You've met? Gotta admit, I've never seen a vampire feed on another vampire.
I felt it.
One time. I bit you one time. It wasn't fun for me either. You taste like an old barbell.
There's a cat fight joke in here somewhere, but I can't figure it out. Look, Dr. Morbius, we need your help. Someone is turning Hydra troopers into vampires. We don't know why or what they want.
According to the creature I just ate, they're after my research. I can tarry no longer. I must return to my lab before they...
You're going nowhere.
Don't have a hissy fit. It was right in front of me. Maybe we can help each other out. So, where is his lab?
You get used to the stench.
I never do.
Wait, where? You were right, Doc. We shouldn't have tarried.
Okay, let's go. As we do in the other DLC playthroughs, I'm trying to focus mainly on Morbius as much as I can. So we're gonna try and experiment with all of his cards, all of his abilities. Now,
Of course.
We'll see.
he's got a couple of quick claws here. We're all very familiar with that, but it's got pretty decent damage, which is nice. The charm here, this is cool. Target an enemy minion, they attack a random ally. Now, this is the wording here is important because you can only attack minions, but if we upgrade this, we'll be able to remove the minion part of that, and we can just target anybody. It also doesn't exhaust, so if you compare this to like the Hunter's Mindbender, you have to run a special collar to have that not exhausting, and I have this idea where I want to run like a double charms, double Mindbender, and just do all this mind control stuff, so I think that would be pretty cool. But for now, let's focus on these guys. What's in front of us? I've got a little bit of damage here. It's not that great. Okay. Let's do a couple of quicks here. I might have to go Spider Senses just to get some card draw going. He also has this Shadow Strike for a chain 3, which is not bad. If you think about it, Spider-Man has the chain that does 4, but you have to link the knockouts together. So we might be able to clean up most of the minions here. Just thinking, we could probably do these 3 with a Shadow Strike. I like how quick he is. That's nice. Okay, so we're up to... Yeah, we maybe do this so I can pull a... We could pull off a hero combo to clear one of these enemies. Spider-Man, actually. I think we're gonna do this. Get some freebie damage in there. Now... I betcha we're gonna start seeing some of this frenzy stuff go off. Who do we want? Ideally we do this when there's only one minion left. So maybe we take out one, or we could just roll the dice because there's a lot of bigger guys here. Plus, this will give us the 2 heroism. Let's see what happens. Just don't attack the other minion, please. Nice. Very cool. Okay. So, one thing we didn't talk about yet is Morbius has his own meter called the Hunger Meter, and this operates the same way that Captain Marvel's does. You fill the meter by playing Morbius cards, you generate Bloodlust, it comes into your hand for free, and then his damage abilities and counterattacks will apply Bleed, and I think if we can upgrade this, or maybe it's this passive, that can become even better. I think it can go to 2 Bleed, which is actually really nice. It's removed when he has no block, so very similar to Captain Marvel. But let's throw this in here. Okay. We have 2 card plays left. We could start applying Bleed. If we apply Bleed to these guys, these elite vampires, then they also get marked, which is cool. How far can we go? Actually, not super far. I could chain to here, but then I'm in a little bit of trouble. This takes out both of them. I think we should try getting the Bleed going here. So we'll do 1 attack here, 1 attack here. We'll put 2 on this guy. Okay. So he takes the marked. And what do we want to do now? If I go into Spider Sense here, that's ending my turn. I think we're gonna redraw this and hope for something else. Make him bleed. I don't want to really discard this or redraw it. What else do I have here? Let's throw in our Neural Enhancer. We'll start the next turn with 4 card plays. We can blow that up. But we're gonna take some damage here, I think.
I'm on it.
Blade specifically is gonna get hit. He might even get KO'd here, unless I can figure out a way to take care of these guys. If I go for an overdrive serum here, that's an option. It's just only giving me 4, but I could clear 1. I could clear this one, and then we get the card play back. And then I could do this. Then Blade's only getting attacked by 2. Spider-Man's getting attacked by 2. Yeah, okay. We'll do it. And Spider-Man could probably kick this I don't know what his position is like here, but... Yeah, so we could take out that guy. It's a little overkill, but... Let's do a little hero combo here and get this card play back.
Time for a crossover.
That'll do. That'll do. He's got Opportunist, so his next... This one's not going to cost anything, which is good.
Here we go.
We're just trying to clear the board a bit. We had to use a couple items to do it. This can work. It's expensive, but it's a lot of damage. And there's always the chance that we get lucky and it gets refunded, but I won't count on it.
Here we go again.
Okay, and then we'll go into make them bleed.
I'll put this to good use.
Okay, Daywalker and a hero combo. Interesting. Interesting. This will be great for us next turn. But I think for now, we take our hits.
We will never forsake her.
I see how it is.
Now, we don't have a stake in this deck for Blade. I gotta remember to try and cure him there. The reason I say that is because Stake has the lifesteal. Oh, this is nice.
Things are hardly worthy of being classified as vampires. Not that I'm overly protective of the title.
Okay.
That didn't stop you from
Let's
feeding on
do Daywalker.
You know as well as I do, Blade. Your thirst, my hunger. We can only fight it for so long.
We can draw a card for each KO here. We're not going to get any KOs off of this.
Oh, you think I haven't tried to end this?
I think you don't mind that you failed.
But I think putting them all on these guys, and then we could go into a chain strike. They'll be vulnerable. We can probably clean up the rest of these guys. Is decent. We'll play the hunger in between it. It's free. He's going to recover a bunch of health. They're going to get marked. They're already... Yeah, this is pretty potent, actually. Let's do this.
Game over.
That's very nasty. And he got some extra blood, extra bleeding going there. Okay, so we're gonna go Hunger now. It's free, gains heroism, he heals, and applies 2 mark to each of the units with bleed.
Get ready.
We'll take that, thank you. Chain strike here. Now, this is gonna make Spider-Man gain bleed, but we can hopefully work around that. Okay, so we're gonna go here, here, here. And this, I think, will just end up blowing up, so we'll put the damage in here. He's also gonna recover health on this, which is good. So if we can't clear the board this turn, then he'll still be fine. Oh, there! We've seen it. Okay, that's cool. Oh, we've now seen it twice. Well, that's fun. Isn't that great for them? Okay. So I think we'll go here. What I'd like to do, this guy, oh, this guy, because he's got bleed, yeah, we definitely have this. We'll have to discard. We have to use a discard to get a shove there, but let's use Claw. If the target has bleed, he takes double the damage. And he's already got vulnerable too. And he's marked. So we have like more than enough card plays here. And he's, okay. So the Undyings are happening today. That's great. That's great. We can still do this. So we'll blow this up with Morbius.
So be it.
And then we'll go ahead and do a discard here to get an extra move. And Blade can do this. See ya! Okay.
I doubt they were expecting such resistance.
Let's see what's next. I love that.
All my work lost.
Ooh, hello.
Kinda worked, Doc. This is twisted.
Thought he was one of the good guys.
I said he was not one of the bad guys.
Knowledge has no inherent morality. This is science.
Tell it to them.
They'll be fine. Eventually.
What exactly are you doing here, Dr. Morbius?
Research. A gamma serum flows through the blood of these Hydra soldiers, augmenting their capabilities. It inspired me to concoct a prototype sample, a serum of my own. I thought it might dampen the effects of the sunlight on my abilities, but its protective qualities were far more effective than I expected.
Whoa. Are we talking...
Daywalker in a vial. Morbius, tell me it doesn't work.
Not yet. The prototype sample needs time to fully mature. But it's gone, along with all my notes. I'll have to start over.
Looks like they're back for seconds.
Nah, they have the sample. They want to take out the only competition in town.
And we shall dissuade them.
I wonder if Blade still has his carryover bleed. Protect the device. Defeat all enemies before they can destroy it. Enemy reinforcements will go stronger over time, so try to gain an early advantage. Okay.
Cannot allow them to destroy my work. Protect my equipment.
We can repair it with that.
Details of your research, Doc.
Okay, so no, did
Unsaid,
not come
but it was
over.
all necessary.
Wow, okay. So who's attacking it? This guy in the back? This guy here? This little one? Okay, it doesn't look too bad. I actually feel like Spider-Man can pretty handily clean this up. This guy's targeting Spider-Man, so maybe we ignore him, ignore Web Slinger for a bit to see if we need to redraw that for concealment. Opportunist here looks decent, because then I could go Infernal Spider for 3.
I do feel pretty amazing.
Okay, we got a Chain Strike that's free. This is free. This was already free. This would be free. Okay. So if we're gonna Chain Strike, I should probably just take out these 4 here and just say bye. Or if I'm gonna blow this up, which I probably should, that's really good value and it's free for me. Yeah, then maybe what's better is I go 1, 2, 3, 4. Or across this way to eventually get repair device. But this guy's attacking it, so maybe if we can stop him, that's pretty good. Okay, so let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This might sting a little.
This is going to be the Spider-Man show here, big time.
Well, much more of that, and you're at risk of being labeled unfriendly.
Oh, this should be good.
We take that. This guy might even be in range of this. He isn't, unfortunately. Okay, we have a bunch of moves. What else do we have? Environment attacks cost 0, the next ones. This guy's taking damage. Do we want to use our shove here? I think so. What I don't have is a use for charm now. So let's redraw this. We don't have a minion. Ooh, hello. Beautiful chain. I'm going to have to use it on one person. That is so close. Okay. We still have a redraw on Web Slinger if we want. I chain this guy, we save the device, Blade takes a hit, and Spider-Man conceals. I guess that's okay. Might not, hold on, we might not need to do that either. Let's see just how much I can get out here. I wonder if I can knock him further this way. It does look like we're hitting. Yeah, nice. Okay, so he takes way more.
Take that.
Problem is, I still don't have a way to finish him there, because the strike isn't close enough. I could do a discard, I suppose. That's an option. Or we just use this. I'm thinking we use this here. Gotta make sure I can sneak in behind this guy. Excuse me. I don't even want him to hit the generator, really.
Coming at.
Whoa, that was weird. Oh, he transformed. You love to see it. That's great. Okay, so I'm actually thinking that it might be best for me to discard Thwip here. I'm gonna bring Spider-Man back this way. We'll shove this guy just to get him within chain distance. Oh, what? Oh, I goofed it. No, I goofed it. I shouldn't have moved. That was my bad. That was my bad. I blew it. Okay, let me play this. Let's see if I can still do this now. I can. Okay, so that gets me the extra 2 moves. That's fine. I'm just pushing these guys to be close to each other. And then I could do 1 chain, 2 into this guy. And then I have the redraw. Oh, this is free too, so hold on. Can I reach? They're just so incredibly far from each other. Okay. I'm gonna push him into the middle. And then we're gonna look at this. No, it's still not close enough. That feels so bad. But is Spider-Man's? Yes. Okay, so here's what we do. We do the strike here. 1, 2. Wait. Can Spider-Man chain across like this? He can't. Why is this so complicated? Is there a way I can... Is there a way I can do this? So, like, yes, this is free. I don't feel too bad about using it, but we don't have any more shoves. We have a move. We could blow this up. That doesn't really help me there. Even if I did this, right? That brings him down. That's free. But then my chain isn't large enough to get rid of this guy. Which is annoying. All right. Well, this feels a little bad, but it'll be okay. To be fair, like, this guy could morph again, too, like... So we can't really account for that, but... Now I don't need to conceal, either. So Blade's gonna take the hit here, and that's fine. We save this, and we go. Okay, so his next strike has bleed. Alright, there's a shadow strike that applies it. Ah, nice little willpower check there.
Hydra or not, this is wrong.
Redraw for concealed there.
What Hydra has done with gamma injections was too profound to ignore.
So you've been using them as some kind of guinea pigs? Sounds a little unethical, Doc.
Opposed to the gentle.
These guys are all attacking the device, which is slightly problematic. Damage and apply 2 bleed to each enemy in an area. If the target already has bleed, they take way more damage. On redraw, gain resist. Apply 2 bleed because of make them bleed and exhaust. Is this what I want? Because look, I blow this guy up, he's gone.
Try this on for size.
Okay. And then we can do a shove to get rid of these two. And then we can just put all of our chains into this one guy. 25% chance for vulnerable there. And then we could just use a Reaper and finish him.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's gross. So Reaper clears him there. Just seeing if Morbius could do it, but doesn't need to. Okay, Reaper it up. Just a casual 7 bleeding stacks.
You kissed the mother with that mouth?
Alright, we're in a fairly good spot. Bring them on.
Reinforcements inbound.
Okay.
If my research here
One more
can help
wave.
you defeat Hydra, and I've removed some of them from the front lines in the process, I don't see the harm.
Heroes usually stand against human experimentation and false imprisonment. Because it's, you know, evil.
Rarely
'Cause it's,
have
you know.
I ever been accused of being a hero.
But your words aren't lost on me.
Okay. I think we'll do this. My god, his area, it needs to be improved. Let's do this for some card draw. Ha! Beautiful.
I'm on it. You must be pretty brave. I know I wouldn't.
Okay, I need 277. I could chain him 3 times, and then Claw will absolutely destroy. So he takes that bleed, which is enough to follow up with the Claw. Man, it'd be nice when he gets some upgraded cards, hey? These common starts are always like, eeh. And we've had his hunger meter has just been cruising. So... no problem so far.
Now let that be a lesson.
Okay, we have 10. Let's go. Blade still has 1 outgoing stack of bleed ready to employ, I think. Yeah, he does.
I don't think you've changed at all, Morbius. You're just lucky I'm working with the Sons again.
As opposed to what?
Permanently.
Maybe we can all hug this out later.
Should we finish this off with a cool glaive? Let's do this. Let's actually get Morbius to restore health to the device just for funsies. Just for the cinema. We definitely could have used that earlier, but I mean, it's fine. Got Daywalker too. Let's redraw Make Him Bleed. It's over, I'm just looking for... Oh. This isn't enough to take him out. But let's get another card play in there for him.
Never seen that before.
We're gonna see a lot of Blade alongside Morbius in this playthrough.
Vampire in New York.
Yeah, we slammed. 2 blueprints. The Return of Morbius, the Living Vampire. That's actually sick. That is very cool. A lot of people are still asking why I don't have any pictures in the Abbey. And I kind of feel like now we just need to embrace it, you know? Now we just... our Abbey is going to be pictureless. Which, weirdly. But that one, my immediate thought was like, that should be our main deal.
No further abomination.
Okay, it's cool. Morbius is with us now.
With us?
You would bring a vampire into the Abbey.
Well, he's not a vampire. Not exactly.
If he was, he'd be dust.
He became this way because of an experiment gone wrong, not a bite from a vamp. He's his own master, right, Doc?
If I may, there are few judges of character better than Spider-Man.
Back me up here, Blade.
As much as I hate to admit it, we could probably use his help. This once.
Hunter, was it? Thank you for not making a bigger deal about my arrival. I know my presence unnerves many.
I mean, I don't know why we're drawing the line at his vampirism.
You surprised me earlier, and I do not like surprises. But any friend of Peter is a friend of mine.
I am relieved to hear it. You have a wonderful home and a great many resources. I look forward to making use of them.
How do you think you will help?
I am the world's foremost authority on vampire physiology. Blade knows a great deal about vampire rituals, habits, and social order, but he doesn't understand their biology.
Why should that matter?
In a sense, you could say Blade can take a vampire apart, but he can't put one back together.
I do not want to put vampires back together.
I'd watch that.
Of course not. Let me put it like this. If you understand the structure of an organism, you'll know its weak points, where to push so it falls apart. This is what I offer you.
That sounds great, but you must earn our trust by following through on that promise.
I see you are not easily
Well, he
impressed.
doesn't like the dark side.
No wonder Blade seems to like you. I think you'll be happy to know that I've actually already started researching vampire biology.
That sounds like good news.
Unfortunately, I also have bad news. I've been tinkering with a prototype gamma serum that suppresses the effects of sunlight on vampiric membranes. The vampires have taken that from me.
Then we must take it back.
That is why I'm here. And I would love to get back to that research.
Yeah, yeah.
Unless you have further need of me.
No, we got questions, because I actually don't know a lot about Morbius.
I want to know a little more about you first.
So this kind of stuff is right up my alley.
Naturally. I am an open book.
Because that mission was relatively short, we'll do his stuff here. Unlike in Venom, we made it a separate thing, because his mission was so long.
I have heard you called a living vampire. What does that mean?
It means that unlike most vampires, I have a pulse.
How is this possible?
Most vampires are tied to the supernatural realm. They are undead creatures. My gifts are a boon of science. I am wholly unique in that way. Quite literally a freak of nature.
It's cool.
Who were you before you became a vampire?
I was born with a rare, degenerative blood condition. My disease would have proven fatal if I had not taken matters into my own hands and experimented on my body using vampire bat DNA. I cured myself, but there were side effects.
Such as?
You seem to know Blade and Spider-Man well. What is your impression of them?
When I first became the living vampire, I struggled with my baser instincts. It took me a while to maintain control over my appetite. Spider-Man and Blade were the first two heroes I encountered, and they protected many innocent people from my wrath.
You mean they fought you?
Yes. But I am grateful, because they encouraged me to become a better man. Though I wish Blade's approach hadn't been nearly so ferocious.
So Blade's mentor that he had probably rubbed off on him a little bit, because my understanding was that that was a bit of a intense relationship too.
I would like to know more about your capabilities.
Like a traditional vampire, I possess enhanced strength, speed, and acute senses. An accelerated healing factor allows me to bounce back from otherwise mortal injuries. And while I cannot fly in the traditional sense, I have the psionic ability to glide over great distances.
Okay. It's a psionic ability.
Do you share other vampiric weaknesses?
One of the advantages of being a living vampire is that I do not have those Achilles heels. I could drink holy water all day, and a silver bullet stings like a lead one.
Stings.
One slight exception is daylight. I do not burn under the sun, but my eyes are sensitive to the light, and my powers are somewhat dampened during the daytime.
I don't think there are, but it'd be interesting if there were certain missions that took place during the daytime, and that his stuff was a bit weaker, but at nighttime missions, his stuff was stronger.
Do you have to consume blood like any other vampire?
Regrettably, not only do I need to consume human blood, I crave it. But you do not need to worry. I keep my cravings in check these days, and only feed on those who prey on others.
He's like a good guy, bad guy.
Never mind. I will let you settle in.
Happy to talk anytime.
I know we have like a traditional day-night cycle here where we do our missions during the day, and then we come here at night to hang. But if there was a situation where there was day-night and you had different modifiers like that, that would be actually quite cool. Okay, so we're gonna get some of his pallets going here. Beautiful. Vlad Morbius. Who's available for hangs?
This place had already
Oh, beautiful.
for brooding weirdos.
Okay.
Now I'm not the only
Let's
one
take
here who
Venom.
tried to kill Spider-Man. Is it weird that makes me feel good?
Let me check in here. Squadron Supreme, Mai Tai. Alright. Let's try and do better than last time. His Haven was a gong show.
Thanks for welcoming me into the fold, Hunter. Most people see the monster and run for the hills. Few people take the time to get to know the man underneath.
No problem, Eddie. I've been meaning to ask, where did you come up with the name Venom?
It sounds dangerous, and I like that. But I can't take the credit. My symbiote came up with the name.
Did you consider other names, like Scary Spider-Man?
Doesn't exactly roll off the tongue.
I suppose
Depends how you
your
say
tongue
it.
gets twisted enough as is.
Hey, makes it easier to eat popcorn.
It must be nice to have someone to talk to when you are alone.
Yeah, but it's also distracting having someone chew your ear off while you're getting punched in the face.
I can see why Spider-Man wanted to get rid of the suit.
Oh, Parker never listened to the symbiote. He's too busy running his mouth in battle.
Now the mouth runs you.
Wow. Yeah. And I'm totally stealing that line.
Okay, what can we give to him? Oh, this would probably be good for Morbius, Human Anatomy, right? Snack box. He does like eating. That's true. Captain Marvel, Iron Man, music box, jet fuel. We could give him maybe like a gross candy, perhaps. What else do we have? Jelly beans. Inner demon would probably work for him too. Calming your inner demon. That's a legendary. Please work.
You have another?
He disliked the activity again! Dude. Okay. You are very hard to please. You are very, very hard to please. My God. These are my worst Hangout results ever.
Sorry we didn't give you a heads up before. You know, about bringing a vampire into the Abbey. It all happened kind of fast.
Are you sure we can trust Morbius?
Yeah. Morbius has his demons, but he's a teddy bear. A snarly teddy bear. With fangs. But there's stuffing in there, somewhere.
This is not helping your argument.
What I'm trying to say is that Morbius has a good heart. And exceptionally good blood.
Good blood?
Yeah. Whatever Morbius did to transform his body infused the heme in his blood with curative properties. I'd love to help him study it further, if I ever have the time. Since we're fighting new breed vampires, we'd do well to have a living vampire in our corner.
Anything else on your mind?
Okay, so she opens up a little bit more about these vampires and stuff with each of these DLC characters, it seems.
What happens if Hydra successfully replicates Morbius's prototype sample?
Sunproof vampires seem like a bad idea for all involved.
Maybe not for the vampires.
For now, it's just a scary theory. Even if it works, there could be side effects, like new breed vampires bursting into flame upon contact with oxygen. Yeah, wishful thinking, but prototypes can be unpredictable. Just to ask Hank Pym about Ultron.
Pym made the Pym particle, right? That shrunk Ant-Man, I think? And maybe among other things.
What do we know about the Lord of Vampires?
Honestly, if Blade didn't vouch for it, I wouldn't believe he existed.
He certainly does.
There's so much information about Dracula that it's hard to know what's fact and fiction. I wonder if he had a hand in that.
Why are Hydra soldiers willingly turning
Glad
into
we're finally
vampires?
asking this.
Define willingly. I think that's Sin's influence.
They must be extremely devoted to agree to such a change.
Or more terrified of what Sin will do if they don't. I wonder how becoming a bloodsucker mixes with the gamma serum already in their systems. I bet that's one hell of a hangover.
Thanks, Carol.
Sure thing.
Okay. And last but not least... Oh, there's actually a couple. He's in the forge. I was wondering where he was going to be
As
chilling.
long as Morbius is around, Hunter, you better watch your back and your front.
Blade, are you actually comfortable with Morbius living here?
Comfortable? I'll never be comfortable around that monster. But if I'm being generous, he could be useful.
If this was a mistake, let me know. We will do whatever you think is best.
Hey, I don't want that responsibility. If this goes south, I'm not taking the blame.
Of course.
What exactly is your history with Morbius?
I don't like getting into that.
But the two of you have fought before. What makes you think we can trust him now?
I never said we could trust him. If that man loses control to his bloodthirst, I'll end him myself. But the vampires are using his experiments against us. We need him to clean up his own mess.
So Morbius is just a tool to you?
Call it whatever you want. I call it practical.
Sounds like we're mostly tools to Morbius, too. In both senses of the word.
Checking in on me already, Hunter? I haven't had time to get into trouble.
You can never be sure.
I suppose. What can I do for you?
Never mind. I will let you settle in.
Happy to talk anytime.
His voice is great.
Stephen, have you worked with Morbius before?
Oh, yes. He is a formidable ally. He once assisted me in a battle against a Fear Lord from the Dream Dimension.
Fear Lords are powerful foes.
Yes, it was a boisterous battle, so I was pleased to have Morbius at my side. Undoubtedly, he will be a favorable ally against Lilith as well.
So you have no reservations about letting him stay in the Abbey?
None at all. As long as he doesn't grow too hungry, we'll all be fine.
Wait, what should we do if he gets hungry?
We should all be on guard.
Stephen, I need details.
As with any vampire, he could lose control and eat every one of us, but I do not think that will happen.
Tony, what is your impression of Morbius?
Well, we've never actually met, but Strange talks highly of him.
I am uncomfortable inviting a vampire to live in the Abbey.
Hey, I know what you mean. Half the people on my board of directors are vampires. Not literal bloodsuckers, but they definitely try to sink their teeth into you. Or your pocketbook.
Maybe.
The guy's a freak, no doubt. But every genius is. You should have seen half my professors back at MIT. Or that Tony Stark guy who's always in the news.
Haven't heard of him.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I've read a few of Morbius's papers on DNA manipulation, and it's years ahead of anyone else. He could be a valuable asset.
So you think we can trust him?
Well, I never said that. But he could be useful.
Okay. Let's rest. Let's see what cards we get for him. We'll do our upgrades. We'll prep our next mission. We're ready. Am I wearing gloves? Nope. Just super pale. Okay, we're going to level up Eddie here. That'll be nice.
Thanks for spotting me, Hunter. I needed to burn off some steam after that last mission.
I'm surprised you have any steam to burn.
My symbiote boosts my metabolism. Helps us bounce back quickly.
The problem is you constantly need to eat.
I'm constantly eating, but what's the problem?
If you rely on the symbiote, why push your physical body to its limits?
I often push myself past the point of exhaustion because I have to be able to compete. Most of the heroes in this house were either born with fantastic abilities or were handed them after they were dipped in radioactive alien slime.
Oh, who is he talking about? Weird.
Eddie, you are literally covered in alien goo that allows you to shatter bricks with your fist.
Yeah, sure. That didn't come out right. The symbiote gives me fantastic abilities, but I can't rely on it for everything. I maintain peak conditioning in case my other gets compromised.
Did your parents instill you with this powerful work ethic?
Guess you could say that. My mother died in childbirth, and my father blamed me for it.
Okay.
Spent most of my childhood trying to measure up to that monster's unattainable standards.
I'm sure that was difficult. I know what it is like to have a parent who is a literal demon.
Yeah, well, doesn't make the family photo albums easier to look through. But thanks, Hunter. Now you know why I push myself so hard. I need to be strong enough to protect all the innocent people out there who aren't strong enough to protect themselves.
I cannot argue with that, Eddie.
Okay, so now, whenever we play a card, or an attack card, 25% chance that it doesn't consume a Ravenous. I like these percentages. Sometimes we see stuff like Spider-Man's where it's at max. Right now it's 15% to not use a heroism on environmental stuff.
I was thinking of doing something nice for
25% is at least,
you know,
you'll see it
to show him
more
how
often.
much he's appreciated. He was the only one who took a chance on me after what happened. Anyway, I was wondering if you had any ideas.
We could always ask Magic.
Oh, her favorite person. That would go over well.
Well, she does not like that he has an ego the size of Mount Everest, but she seems to be warming up to him.
If that's true, expect her to thaw at a glacial pace. I'll admit, though, I'm curious what she'd come up with.
Maybe she could give Strange one of her circular discs that has all that loud screaming.
CDs?
A disc? You mean a CD? Wow. I didn't know those existed anymore. Besides, I'm pretty sure death metal isn't Strange's scene.
Well, what kind of music does he listen to?
Mostly classical. Maybe a little adult contemporary jazz? I'll figure it out. Underneath the cape of pretension, there's a real gem of a human. Don't tell Steven that, though. It'll go straight to his head.
Okay, we've got one request that we'll help with.
Hey, can I ask a
Ooh.
favor?
We could always use the credits, to be fair.
Thanks, Hunter.
Oh, thank you. Magic for normies. We'll take one of those.
We did a thing.
Maybe I should only be buying legendaries.
Thanks for this. My other was feeling.
Okay, everybody, back to work. Research-wise, we need to do 3 things. Purchase secondary stat modifications for heroes. Whoa, interesting. Okay, I didn't know that.
Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony.
I wonder what you're buying those with. Okay, let's see what kind of cards we get here.
Sometimes I even impress myself.
Oh, Mist Form. Love this. Gain Concealed. And then his next attack coming out of this does extra damage. And I believe the upgrade is to remove Exhaust. Yeah, sick. Okay. Give me some more Morbius. Rip. All right, this is cool. We're definitely going to throw these in. And what else do I want here? Maybe we'll take Heroics.
How can we help you, Hunter?
Let's do one of these.
I expect this to be quite impactful.
I feel like I should make
This forge fire is something special.
all of these.
I suspect this will level the playing. Until next time.
And then we're gonna get rid of this and this. And then if we just take a quick look at his deck here, what do I want to get rid of? So Claw is kind of interesting. Like, yes, it's basic for now, but let's look at the upgrade. So the upgrade increases the damage by half and then still keeps the extra bleed damage. I think we probably keep the quick claws in. Upgrading them to lifesteal, I think, would be actually decent. And we should make 2 charms, and Shadow Strike draws a card for each target, a Morbius card. Okay. I mean, man, I kind of want to upgrade a bunch of these. Where's my blueprints at? So we need to salvage some of these. I can salvage a legendary as well. Okay. We're going to be limited maybe by our
allow us to assist you.
Essences. Okay, so let's do charms. Oh, it's only 10. Good.
Even small improvements can provide large advantages.
We're going to do Shadow Strikes.
Simple yet effective.
So, not my best work, but it'll do.
We'll do the quick claws with the life steal. Yeah, that's decent.
Not bad, right?
And then just the extra damage on claws. I think I'm probably only going to take one of these, so maybe I'll
manufacturing process.
Maybe I'll just leave that.
Later. Hey.
Because we can upgrade the one that we remove, essentially. Let's make one of these.
This should be useful.
Okay. Daily sparring. Let's make sure we get this going. I guess I should. You know what? Let's put Deadpool in. Because we'll get big gains with him on like a Haven or something. Ideally. Whoops. Almost messed that up. Crit damage on him is pretty good too.
I'm gonna need a back rub.
Okay.
Practice makes perfect.
Morbius.
Now I feel truly nasty.
Shadow Strike here.
Caretaker
That's
said
actually
I'd be a
quite
team player,
decent.
So I guess I'm letting you choose for me too.
That's very expensive. We get just enough. Okay. Do you want to look at any mods?
Take it to the next level.
Might look at his
I can already taste the blood.
Might look at one of these. Charm, if this could become like free or something would be nice. Let's check one of these, because we're kind of... Oh. Well, we definitely want bleeding, because that plays into his kit a little bit better. Marked is obviously great.
You ever wonder if those birds out there are stuck here?
But I feel like we can get all the other benefits of the bleeding buffs from him. So we should take that. Okay, we'll hold the rest, because we're poor. Now, his deck. Here's what I'm thinking. So, we're going to do replacement there. And I think maybe I remove, like... Maybe I remove one Quick Claw. Throw in the other Mist form. And then we upgrade...
Ready for more?
It's hard to keep these fangs sharp.
That. Over time, this will get better, for sure.
My tongue and
As you
I
notice with
are
every
taste buds.
DLC hero. Okay, so we're gonna have a general mission, I imagine, if the setup is similar in nature. Essences would be good. Yeah, okay, so we have a general mission to complete. Obviously we want to take Blade, so if we find a Blade mission, I don't really like that reward. Blueprints there. Blueprints. I really would like just a stack of essences or credits. Okay, defeat vampires with Venom. Can work. Also, we could take a reroll just to have an idea. Let's reroll this. That gave us, okay. So let's do, we'll bring Venom. KO 2 enemies using shove for a little bit of gloss. I don't think we need that. Don't need to reduce the difficulty. Venom is in. Hunter is in. And Morbius is in. Symbiote Bomb, Channeling Hex. I think we'll switch that. Do I have any other decent legendaries? This could be situationally cool. Still haven't found a great use for it. Where did it go? Right here. Okay. Neural Enhancer for card plays, the free bind. That I'm fine with. And we're going to give Venom some extra love in here as well. I think this is cool. And we'll have a lot of mind control stuff to play around with. And then we'll obviously be picking Morbius cards from the Gamma Quills. Thank you guys so much for watching. Check out the links down below. Thanks again to Marvel and 2K for sponsoring this one. We'll be back with more soon. See you soon. Bye.